520-741. Shlama, 520-7418.
And here's my song, guys. Hold on. This is Dancing in the Rain. My Beatles track.
Rain falls on the ground, feet tap to the sound, puddles all around, joy in every bound. Sky's gray, but we shine, smiles that intertwine, raindrops form a line, heartbeats keep the time. We're dancing in the rain, no worries, no pain, just us in this domain, love in every game. Wet hair, don't care at all, laughter in the squall, catch me if I fall, standing 10 feet tall. Music in the air, happiness we share, with each splash we dare, no room for despair. We're dancing in the rain, no worries, no pain, just us in this domain, love in every game.
Not done yet, guys. Part 2.
Rain falls on the ground, feet tap to the sound, puddles all around, joy in every bound. The sky's gray, but we shine, smiles that intertwine, raindrops form a line, heartbeats keep the time. We're dancing in the rain, no worries, no pain, just us in this domain, love in every game. Wet hair, don't care at all, laughter in the squall, catch me if I fall, in this domain. Love in every game.
And there you go, guys. Okay, well, welcome to Chance's Chat and Friends in Live. We have Debbie Stevens tonight. This is Chance, and this is for entertainment purposes only, and it also may not be. Welcome to Chance's Chat. Unmute yourself, Chance. It won't let me unmute you.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay. We got a big show tonight, guys. We had some things change about 2 hours ago when Debbie Stevens called me, and she says, I got to come on the show, and I got to talk about the Republic and what's going on in Iowa in the Republic. So it's all Debbie Stevens right now, and she's going to tell you what we need from Iowans. If you're an Iowan, you need to step up and do this. I can't because I'm here taking care of my situation, but I would love to. I wish I could, but this is powerful stuff, okay? And please listen to Debbie. If you're from Iowa, I want you to consider doing this, okay? Go ahead, Debbie.
Well, thanks a lot. It's been a long time, but I'm back. Yes, what I do is I have some news. Got some information, and it's good information. We've been told that we need to stand up and get our assemblies ready for Iowa and all over the United States in order to take and make your county de jure, which that means it's free. And let me explain this really quick. You need 5 people. What you do is you're going to, for 3 weeks, you're going to get a scribe, you're going to get a moderator, and then you're going to have a bailiff. You're going to meet. Then you're going to read the preamble for Iowa on the steps of the courthouse. You're going to get a packet, tell them how to do it. Then what you do is you do it for 3 weeks in a row. At the same time, have a videographer do this. And then after you do everything, you then stand, you go make out your paperwork. You then take it to the county supervisors. You read the preamble to them. After you get to the end of it, you turn around and say, you are now a de jure state and you're free. So then you're allowed to then, if you need to take the fluoride out of the water, if you need to go get rid of your county, whoever, you'd be able to do that. We need 44 counties in the state of Iowa, and we need people willing to step up to do this. And it's not that hard. Like I said, you're going to get a packet if we have to drive down there. The people that are elected in the positions cannot do it. It is for the people. We are here working for the people of Iowa. If there's somebody that is in Indiana, Ohio's already stood up. Pennsylvania's already stood up. And what I mean is they're settled. They're stood up. They're de jure. When you had counties that were with the Northwest Ordinance, you work with the counties that were pre-states. So when we took over, when we were getting ready to be set up as state, you start with your first counties. And all the counties are basically over there by the Mississippi River. Everything goes from east to west. So that's what we're working with. So we need to come down and see Chance. So that's what we have to do. We're talking about getting this ready. Unfortunately, the VFWs are there, but we can't go in because they don't like any political things. We just need people to stand up. And if you want to be free, we got the marching orders to make sure that everything happens. And it's happening really quick. The person who started the Republic had to resign. There's many things. The reason why he resigned is because he was on a podcast. They leaked the podcast to the parole officer for the fact that he went to prison for 12 years for nothing. It was because they said he was going to possibly have the potential of having a problem of getting arrested and being charged with something. No charges. He won in court, but the judge said, nope, don't think so. He went to jail for 12 years for nothing. Look it up. It's true. Timothy Turner. So we got some marching orders, and we said, they said, get the Republic set up because it's getting ready to happen. It is getting ready to happen very soon. So the military won't come in until we get everything set up. That's it, plain and simple. And it will happen. I think Wyatt probably already knows that.
Debbie, you might want to put your contact information out there so people can email or whatever.
Doc, I think you already have it.
Just give it to me again, Debbie.
It's Debbie it's beamerstevens@me.com.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, beamerstevens@me.com, and then put my phone number 515-314-4948. Yep, you got it. So go ahead and do that. Of course, APL Go, I'll look at it, but it's there. And it's just not for the state of Iowa, but the state of Iowa, the sooner we get it done, the sooner we are a de jure state and we're free. It allows us to do everything. The other thing I wanted to talk about, my brother passed away, and I was at the, I have the ability to write off his debt. And I had a dear friend come over, and he says, I'm going to show you how to do this. So you get your 1099-C that you have to order from the IRS. You order that. You do a 1041-V. You then print that off, print as many as you want. Then you do a Form 56, done too, and guess what? You send that in 45 days, it should be all cleared up. I'm going to see if it works. It shouldn't have any problem doing it, but we're getting ready to see if that happens. So I was able to do that. And I'm about 15 days in, so we'll see what happens, and I'll report back. But that's basically what I've got tonight. If there's anybody has any questions, I'm here. Ask them away.
There's a question for you right there. He's in Indiana. Who does he contact?
I'll get you the information, and you'll have to go to the member Republic for send in, give me the information, and I'll give you who is the governor for the Republic in Indiana, and I'll get that contacted. In Louisiana, Dean is who it is, and I'll get you that information also. Just go ahead and go from there. But I will tell you, as Wyatt probably knows, we're getting ready to be 7 kingdoms. Yep. Missouri, I can get you that information. Has Texas or Missouri already done this? Missouri is in the process. No, they're in the process of doing it in Texas. There's a little snafus going on, but it's being taken care of. So yes, that's exactly right. 1099-C, 1041-V, Form 56, 45 days later. Yes, that is exactly what happens, but you got to fill it out right. And if you look, you might even call the IRS and they will do it. First, you have to put brackets around everything. There's certain ways that you have to do it. There's a template on how to do everything. So it's there. We're going to see if it happens. I'm pretty sure everything will happen right. So should be able to be there. But yes, get me your information out. I will have you contact the people in Louisiana, Indiana, and Missouri. Stephanie Paulson is the Missouri governor. Indiana, I can't think of the name right offhand. I had the whole list last night. Texas, I'll get you the name for Texas. Okay. So we'll go from there. Massachusetts. I'm sorry. How about Massachusetts?
Get the name for every state because everybody's
There's a name. There's a name. I can give them all to you, but right now there's too many. So, like I say, they all need help. Everybody needs help, but we've got to get this done in a short time because I will tell you, they are watching what we are doing. We have contact. It's exciting. It really is.
All right. Thank you, Debbie. When you get that list of where everybody from every state, shoot it over to me by email, and I'll put it on the Telegram page for everybody to grab onto, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado and 6 pages of notes, I want to our very own Australian Walter Cronkite, and that's Mr. Wyatt. And it's all you, Wyatt. Go ahead.
Hey, how are you, everyone? All right, so there's a lot of information this week. Everything, as I say, we're drinking from a fire hydrant, and we're using a straw. So I'm just going to get right into it. Now, first thing is that nothing that is being done based on your expected timelines. Okay, it's being done on the military alliance's timeline, and it's also event driven. Now, those events can either be in public or clandestinely. And, as I say, we know about 1%. We just don't know which 1%. Okay. So dates concerning the RV have never occurred because, other things have happened. Okay. Don't get downhearted. Don't feel downtrodden because of that. You are putting that expectation on yourself. You're the one to blame for the feelings that you're having when the RV doesn't go through according to your expectations. And keeping in that sort of things keeps your vibrations down. So, just let it happen, guys. I'm serious. All right. We all understand, Chance, Doc, and I, and Brian, we all know that everybody's hurting. I mean, we see it all the time, but things are on the turnaround. I mean, the flurry of executive orders is an example of that. I mean, within 24 hours of the executive order for the oil and gas industry, guess what? They were at the job, doing the job, drill, baby, drill. So these things will flow on very soon. They'll be flowing on very soon because. They're not going to have anywhere to put all the fuel all the oil and everything that they're drilling. All right. Okay. Now, over the course of the next 2 years, over the course of the last 2 years, I should say, we've told people to stock up on food and whatnot like that, right? Because we knew that something was going to happen, either military or whatnot like that. There are people that have done that, and they're using that because they can't afford to go and get stuff. So, I mean, when we give advice, it's not based in something that's just, out of our imagination. It is actually something from, what we know to be a situation that would warrant you stocking up on food, and the people who are hurting the most did not listen, and that's a sad thing. Okay, now the helicopter crash that occurred over the Potomac, that was deliberate. It was a false flag, black hat military. Okay, and the crash in Pennsylvania was a missile. It's the Chinese technology. They can make a missile look like a plane now. Now, when you take a look at the trajectory of the crash, you take a look at the speed at which it came down, and the explosion. You compare that to missile explosions that have gone off, and you can use what's been happening in the Middle East as an example of what a missile explosion looks like, they are the same. Once again, black hat military. Okay, but we're using Chinese technology. Now, the helicopter, the first accident over the Potomac, that happened nine days after the inauguration. And the crash in Pennsylvania happened 11 days after the inauguration. 9/11, folks. Okay, so and I would expect that there would be more false flag crashes or attacks. Okay, so be very spatially aware when you're out. And right now, the deep state are like caged animals. They've all been caught, and they know it. But the thing is, they're still trying to resist, and they're lashing out against you because you woke up and you basically called their bluff in a game of cards. So the awakening and this is all because of the awakening. The awakening has been happening for over a century. Okay, and the deep state kept using their methods of control, to manipulate us into slavery, and we're seeing the kinds of things that are coming out with US aid, which I'll get to very soon. If you equate it to a poker game, they've been bluffing us, and we've woken up to what they've been doing. We've come to realize that they do certain things every time they get a hand that when they're bluffing, and now we've called their bluff, right? And they've got to lay down the cards, but they don't want to, even though they know they're beat. So that's why they're dangerous. Doge is auditing government departments. They're using AI in which to do that. That's how they're doing it so quickly. That's why Musk is in there doing it. They're exposing all of the waste. They're gathering all of the evidence of corruption, money laundering, the guilty parties of who this money flows back to. All right. A lot of these programs are to destroy society. Okay, as we know it. I mean, all the DEI and the trans things, they're doing things that are breaking up families and all of these sorts of nasty stuff. USAID is not foreign aid. It is the United States Agency of Innovation and Development, and that's for the businesses and new technologies. All right, but President Trump is going to close. Is going to close the USAID down completely. It's going to be an agency that's going to be gone very, very soon. So people need to understand that Elon Musk, while is employed by President Trump through the office of the president, he doesn't have to be elected. Okay. Now, Doge is also involved in the devolution of government. So you could even say that Doge means devolution of government entities. All right. If you want to know more about the devolution of government, go and look at Derek Johnson on Rumble or Rattletrap 1776. He lays it all out in his videos. Okay. It just means taking the time to do a bit of your own research, which everybody should be doing. Shouldn't be taking my word for any of this. Okay. We try to give you the right information. Now, President Trump has a constitutional duty to do what he's doing with Doge and to do all these audits. All right. Now, he does not have direct constitutional power. Okay, but he does have fiscal responsibility as like any CEO or chief financial officer of any company. He's got that as president. He has that responsibility, but he can use Article 1, Section 7, Clause 1 of the of the Constitution, Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution, and he's also using the Impound Control Act of 1974, Section 1012. All right. So that gives him the power to do what he's doing with Doge and delegating the responsibility to Elon Musk. So that's where this all happens. So he can pause funding, and he can pause that funding for up to 45 days. It's very coincidental that this pause in government spending, and President Trump did say that there was going to be a pause. This pause leads right up to the 4th of March, which is when he's doing a joint, making an address to joint session of Congress. Now, that said, I'm expecting President Trump to, at that joint session, to announce Nasara and Jassara. Okay, I really am. We could even see the EAS go off at that particular point in time as well. Okay, so we just we got a lot to cover. So I've got to keep moving on. That would mean that with the EAS, that would possibly mean the martial law, and I would say an interim military government for 120 days. All right, and the reason for that is because President Trump has to remain on as commander-in-chief, but he cannot. But the elections would have to, new elections would have to be called. Right now, the military are actually involved in a war with the cartels south of the border. And there has been reporting on Fox News that there may be violence that could come to the border. So they're giving a pre-warning on that. It's nothing solid at the moment, but I have information that the military are actually engaged with the cartels. Okay. Another big one is that Secretary of Transport Sean Duffy gave an interview on Fox News the other night, and he had 3 flags behind him. He had the American flag with the eagle with the downward wings, which is the Phoenix. The Department of Transport flag had the ball fennel on the top. But what I found extremely interesting is the fact that the FAA flag had the spearhead fennel, and that's military, folks. So the FAA are under the control of the military. Now, some stuff for Aussies. Julian Assange has done a video conference with the Australia One party over here in Australia, and he laid it out. Australia is part of the United States. It is. Now, we knew that when we saw the USS Canberra being commissioned in Sydney 2 Octobers ago. Now, Julian Assange has come out and confirmed it. And just go to larryhannigan.com.au, and it's in there from 3 nights ago. Here's that video. It's only very short. A lot of military activity has been seen in Australia around the ports and whatnot, but nobody's taken photos. We'd like photos and videos to confirm what people are seeing. And these military movements have nothing to do with the Talisman Sabre exercises, which are coming up in mid-July. So that's something that is definitely brewing. I would say that they are they are going to the pre-staging areas. The Australian government in recent days has passed laws for free childcare and other laws, and these laws are all part of Jassara. So this is a further confirmation that Australia, the Australian government, and everything is actually under the control of the United States. And I got to tell you, when Julian Assange put out that video, all the monarchists, the ones who wanted to protect this corrupt system, just I got to tell you, they're railing about it. President Trump's referred to us as the Constitutional Republic of Australia. And that was a couple of days after the Pennsylvania crash. That's all. So they're telling us. Now, the elections, the federal elections in Australia are supposedly coming up in March, but they haven't announced it yet. And quite honestly, they're leaving it a little bit late to announce something for March. But the elections, if they are announced, I don't believe they're actually going to go ahead. But they can delay this, and the latest they can have an election for federal in Australia is on May 17. So there's that date again. So, but I don't think we're going to have an election. I think they might announce it, they might campaign, but as I say, the Australian government is well and truly under control of the alliance. Because of what's going on with the RV and everything, I want you to cast your mind back. We had a great Christmas because of the election results in the United States, and I think it's looking very promising for a great Easter. I think I think everything's going to be done by Easter. I'm told that Australia is 70% done insofar as becoming a state of the United States. 70%. Canada is about 85 to 90% done. Greenland, the people have spoken over there, and they're all for it. So, and they've told that their parliament, and they've told the royals, the Danish, that we want to be part of America. So it's all happening. All these things are going to be part of the Seven Kingdoms, as Debbie has said. Now, the surprise that I got was that England is also going to be part of the United States. Just England, not Scotland, not Wales, not Ireland. Okay? So I got to tell you now, finally, a couple of final points. Last week, I said that the White Hats watched this show, and they're watching us, and they know what Chance and I are doing. They do. They watch all of the Patriot and Truther channels. Right? They are pre-vetting everyone. They know who's making money off Intel and who's not. They know who are the good people and the bad people. Right? And this is going to affect these people at the RV. I'm telling you. Chance and I have been pre-vetted. They watch us to make sure that we're not selling hopium and blowing smoke up people's backsides, right? And we don't do that here. And we take responsibility when we're wrong. Now, two last things now. Al Green from Texas, the Democrat from Texas, wants to impeach President Trump for dastardly deeds. Dastardly deeds is not an impeachable offense. I'm sorry. I mean, they're losing their minds. And right out of the gate, when Pam Bondi was sworn in as Attorney General by Clarence Thomas, her first action was to demand the release of the Epstein client list. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. That's going to implicate a lot of people in very high positions in the US government. I'm telling you, this is the beginning of the collapse in so far as publicly, because the movie has, the reality has gone beyond the movie. The movie's still got to catch up. Okay. But this is huge. And I don't know. I did not have the Epstein client list on my bingo card. But that's pretty much it for now. But there's so much happening, so much. But the Republic in America, that's all part of this. It's all part of this whole development of the Seven Kingdoms where everybody's free. So and it's interesting that President Trump called us the constitutional republic of Australia, which means that there is a constitution already written, and that will be the United States Constitution for sure. Okay? So and the compliances with GSARA. So
Thank you so
Fear not.
Thank you so much, Wyatt. We really appreciate it. He'll have some more intel later on that we'll be talking about. But what I want to do is I want everybody to pay close attention to what I'm saying. There's a fake. I can't believe I'm saying this. There's a fake Chance McFadden channel on Telegram. There's only one Chance McFadden channel that you could communicate on, and it's a private invitation only. Okay. You have to send me an email at chancemusic@yahoo.com. Now, the fake Chance McFadden channel is promoting getting your QFS account. Sign it up now. And if you sign up for that fake account, they're going to rob you blind. I don't do that. The quantum financial system, you cannot sign up for it until you go through your currency exchange. That's the only way. That's the only way. If you've signed up for it, I've been on that channel before I got banned, and I think who's actually running it is some Indonesian or Chinese AI, because it goes down and it comes back up. It goes down, it comes back up. I've reported it multiple times, and so has Lillian, and I think Ann has, and we've tried to get it taken down, but that's not me, guys. Okay. I'm going to mention this now. Yes. I'm going to mention this now. We're still accepting tickets for the guitar raffle on Saturday. Okay, they're $5 each. You can send it to me at chancemusic@yahoo.com. It's $5 for each raffle ticket. Some people have bought as many as 100, or I mean as many as $100 worth of tickets. So, Doc, you still have that guitar handy? He's muted. Doc's muted.
No, I said, you want me to get it?
Yeah, people like to see it. And if you need the RV protocol papers, you know what to do. chancemusic@yahoo.com, $50 donation at $McFadden Chance on Cash App. This is a Stratocaster copy by I don't know which company, but it's a good one. I set it all up. We've got the shipping box. The gig bag goes with it. There's some other stuff in there too, isn't there, Doc?
I think there is. Have a look. This is the guitar, guys.
Yep. And if you turn it over on the backside, you can see I've already signed it.
So if you can see that, chance see it. But there is. Yeah.
So send your donation to $McFadden Chance, and we will get you in the raffle ticket.
It's a full guitar, as you can see.
And we're going to do it Saturday sometime, and we'll make the announcement of the winner on Sunday on Chance's Chat at 5 o'clock on the Telegram channel. And if you want an invitation to the real Chance's Live Chat 2 channel, then send me an email to chancemusic@yahoo.com. Now, I see Fascinating Brian has been chomping at the bit. I know he has a few things that he wants to say, so I think it's his turn. And Doc Weedman's coming on in 20 minutes, so let's give Brian, Fascinating Brian, his due. Okay.
All right. Hi. Good evening, everyone. So I just wanted to do kind of a semi recap of when I was on the show for those of you, in case you didn't hear, because I feel that it was very important information. So there are a lot of what you would call projected timelines, right? We each have our individual timeline. We have a collective timeline. So this tidbit I saw as a collective, and it wasn't positive for certain individuals. So I'll explain why it's not positive, and it's just through storytelling. And it's only referred to those who do things which lack common sense, greed. Yes, there is the idea of, abundance, but it's shallow. Okay. So it's very shallow, it's very self-centered, and it could possibly get people in trouble. So for those of you that didn't listen to it, here's something to imagine as I'm telling the story. So imagine that the RV did take off, right? So you see that there's a release of numbers, and Chance has said, hey, once I get the numbers, I will post the numbers. That's not a problem. So if you could visualize the numbers being posted on his website, you should visualize it could be male or female, certain individuals, and it could be in any country. And because they're of the ego, they fall victim to their own, self-worth, right? They're like, yes, finally the numbers. I'll no longer look like an idiot or a black sheep to my family. I'm going to tell them to go get currencies, and then I'm going to give them all this information. They can call, this number, and they can have their own RV. So it's like you're crying wolf in the worst possible way. So not only do you make the channel or the individual who is assisting you in the type of abundance, that number could possibly get pulled back where he would be contacted, and then there would be restrictions. Think of it as like widespread narcissism. Can you imagine widespread narcissism? That sounds fantastic, right? And then people are like, well, wait a minute. And you're calling this number. Wait, you don't have currency? No, I got currency on the way. I ordered it on eBay. No, I went to banknotes. So can I have an appointment, please? Can I please have an appointment? And then you're like, well, how did you get this number? Oh, I have family that's, they said that, I didn't believe them at first, but I'm like, what's it going to hurt? Think of it that way. So what's it going to hurt is the catch. It's going to hurt your chances, because everyone you can assess, has been investigated. If you are invested at some point, you just have to imagine that they kind of know who you are. They kind of already know your integrity. I know you like to think, well, I'm a very private person, and there's privacy. I'm sorry. You're in the digital age. There's no such thing as privacy. You want privacy? You got to go Amish. That's as private as you're going to get. But no, as long as you have the electronics, as long as you are of the modern era, there's really no such thing as privacy. All your data is available. All your data is become third-party material. So they are able to access anything and everything. It doesn't matter if you are careful or not. They've got their own super soldier hackers and whatever. They want to see you, they're going to see you. Okay? So you need to be aware that, once again, it's not for everybody. You are not to be anyone's savior in this process. You are meant with gratitude and discernment, and to do things that benefit you, no one else. You just need to be emotionally centered, focused to a degree, but at the same time, you need to respect the process. It's not urgent. It has never been urgent. There is no urgency in anything unless it's a zombie apocalypse. Then you have a right to put on your full body cast with your mask and then go hide in a bunker. But that's not happening. So there is no urgency in this. So I want to encourage everyone, you're going to have to use critical thinking and common sense at the same time. But you also going to have to ask a lot of hard questions within your heart space too, because these ideas may not even be your ideas. It could be the dark side, where they get you to think and be relatable to family members, or ideas that aren't good for you, especially if you don't get along with anybody. And these are problems that I know many good-hearted, good-natured individuals, they follow the rule of transparency within their existence. They try and do the right thing. And no matter what you do or don't do, you are still looked upon as a disaster. You cannot change the idea of you from any family member. It is impossible. That is why there is never such thing as a true frequency match in everything. It's all variables. So you just keep walking your path, honoring your own self-discovery, and move forward. So that is the most important thing that each and every individual needs to pay attention to as you keep moving forward through the potential process. But the key is, no matter what, the value of you, how you represent, be of gratitude. Gratitude will take you further than any other energy. So be respectful of the energy. That's all I had to say for now.
Well, thank you, Brian. And there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. And all I got to say is it's very important when you watch these shows, if you don't remember the important parts, that you make notes. Okay. I have an administrator on the Telegram channel. Not only, boy, she keeps notes. I think her and I are going to write a book when this whole thing's over. But she makes the most concise notes about everything that I say and everything that happens on Hamilton Radio 1. And of course, then we got the video log. But I want to thank and give a shout out to Bernadette, who does a fantastic job, and I want to give a shout out to Tara, who is still giving us information about people doing bad things on the site, and we really appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you who have supported your own health by getting the patches and the minerals. Now, the patches and the minerals are very, very good. We're going to have Dr. Weedman on at 8:30 in 12 minutes. Dr. Weedman will be on and talk about minerals, and he's going to talk about calcium. And I'm in particular going to pay attention to the calcium deal because I've got the minerals, but the reason I am suffering from vertigo again is because of my calcium deficiency, which I'm going to be addressing ASAP. Now, if you want to supercharge those products, there is a product. I'm going to put this out. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to put this out. It's on the private chat, Doc. Can you copy and paste that? It goes, there's a link, and it's to a company called moremito.com, and it's got a link. When you sign up, you get your own page, and the products work on a beneath cellular level. It works with mitochondria DNA. And what it does is it makes so that the minerals, the patches and everything, they're supercharged. And it the pain benefits are incredible because your pain just goes away because everything's working better. The minerals is working better. The stem cell patches is working better. Write this down. moremito.com/home username Chance McFadden. It's on the screen. It's also over in the private chat. If you could put it in the public chat there, Doc, I'd appreciate it. I don't have it much. I can't get into the comments for some reason. It won't let me do that. But anyway, I have the privilege of talking to Brian during the week and Wyatt and Debbie. We've missed you, so it's good to see your face on here again. And send me that list over, and I'm going to put it on the Telegram page. As soon as you send it, I'll go ahead and copy and paste it off my email. Send it to me by email.
Yeah, it probably won't be until tomorrow because it's 50 states, and I've got to get it, printed out. But anyway, listen, I'm going to have to run because I've got a phone call coming in. But anybody contact me. But it's great seeing you guys.
We miss you, Deb.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'll get a hold of you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
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 She's the best. We love Debbie.
She's an awesome person.
Yes, she is. And you want to talk about busy? Holy cow. I think she's actually busier than I am right now. Doc Weedman's going to be on in 9 minutes. So he's going to be here for about 12 minutes explaining calcium deficiency and the advantages of the minerals. But what I want you to do is I want to think, I know this stuff all costs money. I know that. But if you get in with the patches and you bring some people in, you can literally get your product for nothing if you bring some people in. Okay. Yep. And the same way goes with the moremito.com. Okay. We got the link up there. Put it up one more time.
I will.
And after if you give yourself the consideration, not me, yourself the consideration of going and making the investment and getting the things that are going to help you, you're going to see a very fantastic improvement in your life. Okay. I'm going to change gears now. I'm going to talk about a woman that I'd never talked to before. She called me today. I'm sure she's watching right now. I don't know. I can't even remember what her name was, but we're just going to call her Lady Jane. Okay. That's not her name, but we're going to call Lady Jane. Calls me up. She's in a panic. She's handicapped. She's 60 some years old.
Oh.
And her husband's leaving her, and he wants the house sold, which nobody's going to buy any houses now because the banks are failing. They're not loaning money. And the whole system is changing. But here's what the problem is. The problem is, and I want to explain this to you. She's pulling her hair out. She's screaming, I did this, and oh my God. And the world's coming to an end, negative, doom and gloom. Wrong thing to do, lady. Lady Jane, that's the wrong thing to do. You got to turn it over to the universe. You got to turn it over to source. If you want to call it God, that's fine. Turn it over to your higher self, to God, whatever, because you're creating negative vibrations right now. And nobody cares about your drama. We really don't care about your drama. We care about your health, and we care about that you get to go through the RV, but we don't care about your drama. Okay. Your drama exists. And this happens to a lot of women. I'm not singling out women, but this happens to a lot of women who depend on their husbands for everything. And then all of a sudden they get a little itch in the fire or something like that. And they think there's the grass is greener on the other side, and they take off. Okay.
Or it's the reverse.
Or it's the reverse. Either way. Yeah. I mean, it happens either way. You're right, Brian. And so he wants her to sell the house and go into low income, and he has no money. He has no money for an attorney. Now she has a free legal advisor because I know she doesn't have any money for any donations, so I'm fine. But if I could tell her she could fix half of this, she could fix half of this situation by just changing her vibrations, changing her frequency, turn that attitude into a different channel, because what you got going on for you right now ain't working for you at all. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? My husband's left me. I don't have enough money, and oh my God, help me. I know it's
actually working against it.
Yeah.
On the phone today. I mean, it's ridiculous that anybody acts that way. And guess what? That's my niece, Heidi. She does that all the time. The world's coming to an end, and only you can save us. With
You're Superman, aren't you not?
yeah, I'm not putting anybody anymore. Okay.
But this is I just wanted to say it's you if they could look at it from a positive point of view.
Yeah.
Rock in the hard place is a two-way street. You either sink in the quicksand or you pull yourself out and back up. So you only have two options. There are no other paths. I know someone that has something going on within a family, and it's for her, it's pulling herself out. For another part of the family member, it's possibly quicksand. Only time will tell. But at the same time, it's an amazing choice-driven self-discovery time. You know, you get to pick. My gosh. And it's more empowering when you understand yourself most of all. And then you can put you before you and not give a shit about anybody else. Not give a shit about your husband or your future ex-husband, your ex, anyone. You have to be all about you once again, just as when you were born or when you were single and, you know, dating was never been a part of your reality or anything. It is a powerful, like, reinvention or the ability to reinvent yourself at any given time. Throughout, you know,
yes.
Can I enter into something too, guys? As a married man of 33 years, going to be hopefully married 34 years in June. It really isn't about what you think it's about. It's about working together for every little thing you do, every little day, every little hour, every minute, every second. It can develop into an argument, or it could just, you know, go away. And what I've learned to do was channel my inner self and relax, so I don't get excited and I don't get it up to another level and I don't make a big deal about it. And then we talk about it later if we want to, if we remember, and if we don't, we don't. But it's always about the same things over and over again. It's about, you know, what the husband needs to do for the wife and what the wife needs to do for the husband. And the thing is, we're in this together. I told her, we're in this together, committed together forever. There's no, you know, we throw this out and get divorced and start all over again, because I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I want to stay with what I have. I want to repair what I have and make it work. And I've been doing it for 33 years. My friends are like, how do you do this? You just have to learn to work with yourself inside, so you're not always going to that level where you're always mad, you're always aggravated, you're always frustrated, and that's what develops into problems. By working together, you know the problems are, you know what they are, they're always the same ones, but you know when to avoid them and when to just say, okay, I understand her situation, I'm going to back away, look at it differently, and I'll talk to her about it later. If it's something we should discuss, financial or whatever, we will. If not, we forget about it, we go to sleep, and then we wake up the next day, and thank God. And that's all I do. I live each day by day.
But the key, so here's the thing. This is the one principle that you both have to have as the number one agreement. And it's in brackets. It says, I like to communicate. You both, that has to both be your number one principle in the like-minded idea within the frequency. If that isn't, it's not going to work.
Right.
That's the only way it works. I've seen it.
You got to be on the same. Yeah, you got to be on the same page. Yeah.
If you're not on the same page, you know communications, and they say it all the time, it will never work.
But nobody should be taking marital advice from me, because I've been divorced twice, and I'm more than happy being single. So,
Listen, if that's what you desire and that's what you want, and you found that that's good for you,
I just find my life.
more power to you.
Is a lot less
Right.
complicated. I
Yeah.
just find my life is a lot less complicated. I mean, I don't need a woman telling me what I need to do around the house every 6 months.
But that's the thing. You have to. So like it's powerful in the journey aspect. Like when you could do things together. So like a perfect example of a working relationship is my sister and her husband. They were both high school sweethearts. They both renovated their bathrooms together as a project. And she takes care of all the household stuff. He takes care and the bills. And he does more of the technical stuff, the programming and all this stuff. She doesn't ask him for anything except for, hey, come hang out with me. And then he says, yeah, that's great. But they always communicate. So there's a lot of compartmentalized likes in their agreements, separate blocks, and they know what to do without infringing on each other. They're able to walk common ground in each other's space, and that is what I would consider very holistic in nature. It's a powerful statement if you are lucky enough to have such a walk of life, and they still have hardships, but they do amazing. So that's something to think about for those of you that are married, that do have relationships. And if you have to renegotiate sometimes, communication still needs to be the top.
Yeah, let me just add to this real quick, Brian, what you said, and thank you for saying that. When a relationship is started, it should be established by both people what they're going to do together, and how they're going to make it work. And I know things change, jobs change, people change, but the thing is to try not to change too much with each other so you can understand why you fell in love with her, why she fell in love with you, what made you different, what made you unique, what made you better for each other, and how you help each other build up each other and bring each other better, make each other better. And that's what we do as a husband and wife. I always look at the side that, wait a minute, why is she feeling that way? And why do I feel that way when I should be supporting her and helping her and guiding her? Because she's my wife. That's why. There's no other reason, And I hope she feels the same way about me. And usually she does. And that's exactly why this relationship that I have is going to keep going on, because I don't want anything other than somebody to understand what I want. And I want her to understand what she wants. And what I work with her, she works with me. And that's all it's about. So Doc Weedman's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, and I think I think Doc G probably has a pretty good wife, because he's always doing stuff for her. He wouldn't do that if he didn't really love her. And she must be a really special lady. Someday I'll see her on the program sometime. You should have her show up, because I'd love to meet a lady that you love that much. So.
Oh, thank you so much, Doc. I appreciate that.
Could you bring up the comment about the EBS real quickly?
Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me find
the
it.
EBS.
Yeah, let me see. Where was that at? Let's see.
This
one?
No.
This one.
The EBS. The EBS. Okay, yeah, that one. Okay, I've got to tell you, I do not believe that the EBS or the EAS is going to happen until the 4th of March. I really don't. Okay? If it happens at all, if it is going to happen over the next period of time, I think when the Nasara and Jassara is formally announced, that is when the EAS is going to happen. Right? The Democrats are losing their minds about everything Trump's doing, especially what he's wanting to do with Gaza. He wants to relocate 2 million people. They're living in they're like cavemen at the moment. Right? They don't have any running water, electricity, anything like that. They need to be moved out of Palestine and out of the Gaza Strip there, taken in by the other countries where they will have housing, proper housing. They can look after their health. But the thing is, President Trump wants to rebuild that and make it a mecca for tourism. You know what? I think that's a great idea. How he's going to achieve that, I don't know, but he's put the idea out there. So he's not a genocidal maniac or a dictator like everybody says he is. This is a strategy that they used on Trump during the election cycle, and it failed. And they're continuing to do it because they are failures. You know?
Yeah, but nobody's listening. Wyatt, nobody's listening to them.
Yeah, that's it. Nobody's listening to them. So
Wyatt, I appreciate your viewpoint on that. I agree. I was in the restaurant the other day, sat down, and there was nobody in there because it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was a lady in there with her husband. She stands up and says, "Oh, I just can't believe all the terrible things that are going on with Trump." Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, just pure and then she apologized and sat down. And I thought to myself, you disrupted me to spew your stuff. And Wyatt, I'm in perfect agreement with you, 100%.
Yeah, so. I mean, they've got these people. They've been so badly displaced that they, even in their own country, but they've got to be looked after. It's a humanitarian thing to do. President Trump is a humanitarian. He's freed people all over the world. Well,
it's amazing what he's done.
Oh yeah, I mean even in his first term.
For everyone.
I'm hoping you'll help Australia get your guns back.
Oh, we'll get them back. Don't worry. And speaking of Australia, very quickly. Sorry, Chance. I know that you want Doc to talk about the minerals. I got to tell you, I've had some news on the notice of lawful rebellion. That I put onto the Queen. It's looking possible that I could be going away in either the first or second week in March. So I'm looking forward to that, but it's actually moving forward, and I think President Trump he's definitely got the documents, and I think that he's been doing things. With Australia to make sure that this notice of lawful rebellion ends, and I'm the only one that can rescind the rebellion. So I've got to sign off on it. So I'm wanting to work, as I said, with President Trump and the alliance, and I know they're watching. That somebody said that they're watching right now. But really, really good. But it's looking very, very positive for Australia. And yes, we'll get our guns back. They should never have been taken away from us in the first place.
No, they shouldn't have.
No. But anyway,
hey guys,
I'm going to shut the hell up now and let Doc.
I'll just say this right now. The thing that makes this show special is that we're just regular people. Okay, that's what makes this show special. We're regular people realizing what's going on in irregular circumstances, and during that time we're trying to help people get their health together and their wellness together. So ladies and gentlemen, for the next 12 minutes uninterrupted, I'm going to give you Dr. Robert Weedman, the NUCA doctor that is my friend.
Well, thank you so much, Chance. I am a board certified NUCA chiropractor. I graduated from Palmer College of Chiropractic in 1977 with over 4,400 classroom hours and many hundreds of hours of postgraduate education requirements since my degree, and I happen to be still licensed. And I'm here tonight to just really just help people understand what chiropractic is in the first place. Chiropractic has to do with human performance. Human performance is controlled by body chemistry. Body chemistry is controlled by the glands and the organs. The glands and the organs are controlled by the nerves, which are housed and protected by the bones in the spine. If a bone in the spine becomes displaced, it actually impinges on nerves, interfering with mental impulses going to all those glands and organs, which causes them to malfunction, which lowers human performance, interrupts body chemistry and lowers human performance. A chiropractor is artistically trained to remove those subluxations. Subluxation is a vertebra that's lost its proper juxtaposition relative to the segment above, the segment below, or both, to a degree less than a luxation or dislocation, causing nerve impingement, which lowers human performance. Correction of the subluxation realigns the vertebra, removes the interference with the nerves, allows them to begin controlling the glands and the organs properly, which allows body chemistry to normalize, which improves human performance. Now, chiropractic is not a panacea, but it does make life better for those that have the correction. Now, as a chiropractor, I'm really concerned about the health of bones and joints because misalignment can cause degenerative changes, but I have also come to find that nutritional deficiencies do. Now, medical doctors in their practice may be able to do everything they want to, but they are controlled by political pressure not to give nutritional advice. They manage disease with pharmaceuticals and surgery. What chiropractors do is teach and train their patients to maximize their genetic potential by realigning their spine and by allowing them to have nutritional advice. And we are allowed by law, by training. Medical doctors don't get hardly any training on nutritional advice. Chiropractors do. And I've had extensive experience with both sides of the coin, both correcting of the subluxation and with nutritional advice. And I can tell you that in searching the wide world for proper nutrition, nothing beats longevity. Nothing beats Dr. Wallach's protocols. And a lot of chiropractors are not maximizing their potential. I didn't for many years. Even when I met Dr. Wallach, I didn't get the big idea for many, many years until I actually started learning his message, started reading his books and his literature, and actually learning how to put it into practice. Now, our goal, of course, is for those who wish to get off of pharmaceuticals and so forth to a natural avenue that happens to be in our wheelhouse, our particular area of expertise. We can help you do so. Chiropractors can help you get into the driver's seat so that your body can heal itself. And we want to be able to nutrify the body to the point where you don't have to have that high blood pressure medication or that pain medication. We're not born to have medication in our systems. It's actually a poison. My late stepfather was a medical doctor, and he sat me down one day and says, all medicine is poison, all of them. And I tell you something, one of the things that really opened my eyes in chiropractic college, because when I went in there, I was like everybody else. I held medical doctors in great reverence, and, I respect what they learn, but if you take a physician's desk reference and open it up and study it, you will find that almost everything in there listed is all the side effects, very little of what it can do good for you, everything of what it can do bad for you, and it's terrible. You go through that book and it'll scare you to death. And maybe decide right then, I'm not going to pollute my body with that stuff. And so, people develop nutritional deficiency syndromes because of what's happened to our crops and soils. From 1914 on, we are actually 80% deficient in our soils now. So we actually cannot get the minerals that we need in our diet. They are, in Australia, 74% deficient. Okay. And so we have to get those minerals somehow, and they have to be plant derived, or they're not going to help us. You can't get it out of rocks. Very little nutritional availability through, taking rocks into you. Now, science has proven through the animal industry. Dr. Wallach was a veterinarian, and he learned that that by nutrifying these animals properly, with vitamins and minerals. Yeah, and Chance is holding up the mineral bottle there. But by nutrifying these, they could cure over 900 diseases. And when Dr. Wyatt got into practice as a naturopathic physician, he found it worked as well in humans as it does in animals. And it's not based on the placebo effect. So many things out there, the medical profession really depends largely on the placebo effect. Many of the recoveries are in spite of the medication, not because of it. And and with nutrition, you cannot cherry pick your nutritional recipe. It has to, you have and expect optimal health. You can't cherry pick the nutrients and in order to get your genetic potential. You have to maximize your full genetic potential by you can't do it with cheap vitamins. You can't go to you can't go to Walmart, you can't go to Costco, you can't go to Sam's Club and get vitamins and expect to recover. The nutritional recipes are just not adequate to do that. And in the protocol of Dr. Wyatt is very simple. You need 60 minerals, and this is what you need: 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and two of three essential fatty acids. If you don't have all these plant-derived minerals, your body will not properly utilize any of those. It can't properly utilize the amino acids. It can't properly utilize the vitamins, and it can't properly utilize the essential fatty acids because the minerals form the very, very basis of everything. So I have 4 points here, and the biggest deficiency is in the minerals. So that's why Chance is so adamant about getting these minerals into our bodies. And the second thing is, are you getting all 90 of the essential nutrients? Are you maximizing your genetic potential? I'm going to talk about healthy bone and joints in the future. We got a lot to talk about. I could spend probably a year talking about it. So we will talk about all the conditions that come about as a result of calcium deficiency. And of course, we want to bring about a restoration of the unhealthy bones and joints. And the first step for you is to fill out. If you want to know more about this, fill out your health survey at bethhealthsurvey.com, or you can go to getdocsminerals.com, and it's on that website. So if you need help with the health survey, we'll walk you through it. It's based on age, height, and so forth. It's HIPAA compliant, and and it will help you basically maximize your nutritional intake and your protocol with minimize the cost. That's what it's for. The health survey is to be very precise about what your needs actually are. You can be overwhelmed with a closet full of vitamins. We don't want you to do that. We want you to be able to hit the target very precisely. And so if you need to have minerals, please text me at 406-270-3754, or you can email me at healthreform90@gmail.com. To fill out the health survey, go to besthealthsurvey.com, and we'll be able to walk you through it. Was that 12 minutes, Chance?
Chance, unmute yourself.
Oh.
That was you got one more minute, but I'm going to reaffirm your email address. Your text message is 406-270-3754, or you can email healthreform90@gmail.com to fill out the health survey. Go to besthealthsurvey.com, and then you can text Doc at 406-270-3754. Don't forget to put some of the minerals in a small spray bottle and spray your face down, your stomach, your organs, your largest body, around the belly button's good. I like it. I like spraying it in my face because it just makes me feel like I just got out of the shower and I feel so feel so springtime fresh. It just it really does make me feel good, and it energizes me. It energizes me. So keep that in mind, guys. And it's very important to get the patches, to get the minerals, and to go to the website and sign up for free at mormito.com /home username Chance McFadden. Sign up there under me, and you will see we will be talking about the advantages of mitochondrial DNA, and we will be talking about how these wonderful minerals and the patches will all work together as a power trio. And no, I'm not making an Illuminati sign. I'm making a power trio. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Now I was going to say Chance is a Nazi. Chance is a Nazi. Okay.
Well, I have a sign for you. I have a sign for you for doing that.
Okay. Wyatt wants to address something that was on the board. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Yep. Okay. Somebody, what was his name?
Michael Bedford.
Michael. Yeah. Michael said that I think that I'm a white hat. Well, actually, Brian is a white hat. Doc G is a white hat. Doc Weidman is a white hat. Chance is a white hat. Okay? We are all white hats. We are doing what's right for humanity. And anybody who's on the right side of history trying to do what we're doing, whether it be me, Chance, or somebody else, they are white hats. If they're working against the plan and working against humanity, they're a black hat. It's as simple as that. I don't need to be part of a military alliance to be a white hat. And the white hats don't need me as an individual to be part of them to be a white hat. Okay? I'm doing what I'm doing for humanity. Now, one of the other the questions, so, these negative Nellies that are coming in here.
There's a lot of them, buddy. There's a lot.
I know. Seriously, if you don't want to take the information we give you seriously, go somewhere else. But I'm sick and tired of the personalized attacks that are going on, and I'm standing up for what's right, and I've got to tell you, what you people are doing. Your negative energy is being deflected back at you, right? Because we are all protected by the Creator, right? And I'm telling you now, your negativity doesn't work because there's too many good people in here. Okay, we can repel you. So I shun you. I drive you away. Now, Greg Lee's asked, so Jassara has to be announced first publicly before the 4th of March, so the stock market can probably crash.
We don't know.
We don't know, but I am suspecting that on the 4th of March, that President Trump, when he goes to the joint session of Congress, will announce Nasara and Jassara. That will be the official announcement. And then everything will happen after that, how it happens. Okay? Events, not dates, not rates, events. Okay? That's all I have to say for now.
Thank you, Wyatt. Very well said. And guys, I just wanted to tell you thank you for the entries into the guitar drawing, and that'll be Saturday. Now, I'm going to give you now, like I said, don't shoot the messenger. Wyatt says that too. Don't shoot the messenger, but I'm going to give you the intel from the intake officer, and it's pretty good. It's pretty definitive. I'm going to go back to the first intel that I got Thursday. Today is Thursday. Wait a minute. Today's the 6th? Yep, sure is. Okay, this came in Thursday. All of this came in Thursday. chance. Bank called and stated that there's a possibility of a 1-day delay. And that reason for that is, I already know, is because they're still cleaning out the dirty bankers and trying to get their hands on your quantum financial system. Okay. And then further to the bank's last update, bank says there are 4 very large asset holders were also told there will be a minor delay in them receiving their liquid funds. Okay, so when I say minor delay, I'm thinking by tomorrow. German embassy says Iraq will finalize and announce all of this coming Saturday. So all can begin then or on Monday the 10th. Unbelievably enough, we've always been told it's going to happen on a Tuesday, but that's okay. Monday's good. I don't care. And just remember, you're not going to all go at once. You're all going to get a different date. You're all going to get a different rate. When I have the 800 numbers, don't quit emailing me for the 800 numbers, okay? If you want to call somebody and do something, then call 588-2300-EMPIRE, because guess what? I don't have the 800 numbers yet, okay? Get yourself some carpeting and shut the heck up, okay?
Hey, Chance.
So, yeah.
Can I mention a little bit about what's going on with us?
Sure. Because
I think that's important to know that YouTube and Facebook have been taking down some videos that we've been doing. And I suspected it was going to happen anyway. But they're up when we do it live. It's just after a couple of days, they take them down. So to counteract that, what we're going to do, people, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to have our own Roku channel. That means that you can see us on any TV as long as you have Roku. You add the channel to your Roku list, you pop us in, and all our shows are there. You watch what you want. You can communicate through the Roku channel to us as well. And this is going to be important for us to move forward, because as long as people keep taking us down, we can't get the word out to other people. The Roku channel, once we own the channel, that's us. We own it. Nobody can take it down, ever, anywhere in the world. So this is where we're going, guys. And I know, Chance, you know this about it. I know, Doc, you know about Wyatt. I'm not sure if you do. And Brian, I know you got other things going on. But this is what we're planning on doing, is creating a couple different channels for your entertainment. One is Chance's channel. One is Doc Weedman on the Health Network with the other ladies and a couple other things, and maybe his own channel as well. And then, of course, the music for all different types of music. Go ahead.
And this is exactly why donations to help Hamilton Radio do this are so necessary, right? And that's part of the reason why the guitar is being raffled. Okay, so we need your support. Doc G needs your support. Okay, it won't be a shotgun start. Okay.
Does anybody remember the station that Kent had his show and Sam at Muggsy had her show on? Because I can't remember. KCOR. Okay, you know what happened to KCOR?
Silence.
Okay, they're dead. They're gone. Forever gone. Okay. Now, we're not going to let that happen to Hamilton Radio. So I need you guys to buy some guitar tickets, okay? And we've had some come in tonight. Thank you very much. I've already forwarded the money on to Doc G, and it will help. Every $5 thing helps. Now, when we do the auction, I'm going to do it on Saturday. I'm going to have AI do it. I got an AI program that'll do it. And the winner will be announced Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on my private Telegram channel. And I keep the same. Yes, we will keep the same schedule on Roku.
Well, we can go live on the Roku channel, but I got to make sure that we can be there, because there's only like 2 times a week we can go live. So if we're the one, we will definitely be live on there. Yeah.
Right.
Don't forget to give out the rest of the intel.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's the other intel that I have is I'm hearing med beds are coming out. No, I'm not in a restaurant tonight, Kathy. I'm at home where I always am. I got a dog. I got a son. Life goes on, you know. But the med beds are supposed to be publicly announced, to the best information that I have right now, around the 4th or 5th of March. And I know everybody sends me emails, please hurry, my dad's in terrible shape. It's not me. Please, you make me feel terrible.
Yeah.
If I had my way, you'd all been in the med beds already. And all you'd be using the minerals and the patches for is just maintaining that health.
Well, I can give them
you've already got it, you know, and let me tell you something. The minerals, the patches, and the mitochondria DNA, more mito, are still going to be he's going to show the guitar again. It's still going to be necessary. This stuff will be necessary for your wellness, for your health, even after you go into the med bed, because it's going to take several years to get all this food cleaned up.
Chance, I need to add that other layer real quick. Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, people, you're missing the greatest opportunity you could possibly ever have that you do not understand. It is phenomenal. It is supernatural. It's esoteric. There are so many teams, so many realms tied together with this realm. You can use your prayers, right? You are a powerful creator. The greatest assistance you can call upon, you probably know them. They're archangels, but there's more than just them too. You can have there's the opportunity to where if someone needs assistance and they're resistant to the assistance, why don't you call on their guides, right? Tons of teams. We all have teams. We all have spirit teams, believe it or not. You could say, you know what? I send a prayer with the full belief of my inner creator. I would like my dad's personal team to wake him up, to assist him, to give him ideas, right? Give him downloads. Like maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Maybe it's time to make a change or a shift, because consciousness has no walls. There are no barriers in it. That's why I say you can have a suicidal moment. And you'd be like, what the hell? Where'd that come from? And you're like, you're not feeding that information, but it just happened. But it's the negative ones that are doing it, right? Or you get angry for no reason, or you feel bitter, or you feel sad. So there's the positive side. We all know the negative side. You need to tap into the positive and more creative side of how these teams wait. They do. We each have so much help. We just forget to utilize them. They're ever present, waiting for that clarion call from you. And they go, we heard him. We heard her. Okay, we're going to go try. But it takes repetition. It takes your own personal divine energy. That's right. You have to put forth the energy like an echo, like a droplet of water hits and it reverberates, it spreads out. You're saying, help him. I know he can do it. He just needs, to get, needs to not look at it as a crutch, or her. Very powerful. I cannot encourage this enough. Use those, the unseen. They're considered people, family, however you may look at it. So we have tons of help. Okay.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. This has been a wonderful experience, this show tonight. It has been a wonderful experience. First of all, I got everybody to say what they needed to say. I got time for everybody and nobody got ran over. Okay. And this is the way we're going to do it from now on. This is kind of the new format. Everybody here has something And when the stem cell ladies are on, everybody has something very important to bring to the table. We don't know what it is. We make this stuff up as we go along. We don't have no script, okay?
Improv.
Everything is improv. Everything is improv. And I'm here to tell you, I have been so blessed by my friend from the SSP, who Brian and I both know. She is a wonderful lady, and I'm not going to say her name, but I know she's watching, and we love you, honey. And she has given us a lot of information. And she told me I could say her name, but I'm not going to do it, okay? Because there's certain things that just need to be kept confidential. But I'm going to tell you this before we get off of here tonight. She told me something that her parents both used to work for the FAA. And I told you, Wyatt, I was going to tell you this. Okay? The FAA, yes, you're right, Jen. You're absolutely right. The FAA visited my friend's parents, who are both retired from the FAA since 2008. And they spent hours with them. Hours and hours and hours with them. Why is the FAA involved in the RV? You guys think about that, but it is. Okay? And there's a trigger event because what we've seen is two events that have to do with plane crashes. I told you guys the other day, I think there's going to be one more because why? Because the Masons love 3. They love the number 3. Okay? They hijacked the number 3 because the number 3 was supposed to be a holy number for the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But maybe that wasn't a hijack. Maybe that was the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit part of the Catholicism that is actually not Catholicism, has nothing to do with Christianity, and nothing but bad, dark energy. A lot of good people being misled in the Catholic Church. Okay. Was there another one? Okay. Thank you, Lisa. You got rollers in your hair, Lisa.
There was 3 crew on that helicopter, supposedly 3 crew on the helicopter, and 66 passengers on the plane. There's your 333.
Okay.
Well, Tesla liked the numbers 3, 6, and 9. In fact, he would never enter a building unless he'd walked around the building 3 times.
Right. That's absolutely right. Okay, now comes the time of the evening, guys, where we're going to have our final thoughts. Doc G, it's up to you, brother. Bring it home. Turn your mic on.
Yeah, I'm not used to speaking a lot on this show, but thanks for the time you guys give me. Thanks for all the dreams and ideas that we come up with together and try to make this show even bigger, special, and have more of a reach. Everything we do on here, again, like Chance says, I'm going to reiterate, we try to do it for the people on here, the health of the people, the caring of the people, and all of us around each other. So that's what we try to do. If you appreciate it, I appreciate you. Thank you. And if you don't, I still appreciate you and pray for you. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Doc, because you give Chance and myself and Brian and Doc Weedman and the Life Wave ladies, a platform to get the messages out to people. And without you, none of this would be possible at all. So thank you very much. You're greatly appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Why
don't
you just go ahead with your final thoughts?
All right.
Who?
Well, my final thoughts are just trust in the plan, have faith in God, get grounded, get centered, and just let things happen. There's no need to panic about anything. Okay, let the Democrats do that, right? in DC, and I can tell you now, I can smell the fear from over here. Right? So, insofar as anything else is concerned, we haven't really addressed the patches that much tonight, but if you want patches, you can either get in touch with Doc G, Chance, Brian, or myself. I don't know if Doc Weedman's involved with the patches, but, you can get in touch with us and we will direct you to getting patches for your health. They can be considered a bit expensive, but as Chance said, if you get results and you get other people on, you will do really, really well, because you'll be able to get to a stage where you don't have to pay for them at all. Now, and speaking of not paying at all, somebody in my downline next week, after the show this week, on the show next week, is going to get their membership paid. Okay, so that's their initial outlay cost at the core pack level. You're going to get money back. You get your money back, and we're going to draw that. And what I'm doing is I am writing on a piece of paper the names of all my downline, and I'm going to assign them a number. And when I come on, that will be folded back. The number will be folded towards me, and then I will get either Lillian or Anne to pick a number between whatever, and then I will reveal the number, and that person within 24 hours will have the money in their bank account.
All right. Thank you very much, Wyatt. We appreciate it. Everything you do. Dr. Weedman, final thoughts for tonight, sir.
Yeah, well, I appreciate being on here. Thank you so much, Chance, for all that you do, and Brian and Wyatt and Doc G. Appreciate all of you. And, I've had some people already telling me how much better they're feeling with the minerals and vitamins. They just really, there's been a lot of people turn around life in just a month and a half. And so we appreciate that. We're glad to serve you. If you need to have, if you want to get the minerals, get a hold of me. If you want to fill out the health survey, go to besthealthsurvey.com and we will go over that with you. And one thing you need to know is that in stepping into the world of nutrition with longevity, you never have to, with us anyway, with our team, you never have to break your piggy bank. We always respect your budget, and you can do so well within your budget, and you can actually start feeling better and referring others, and you can actually get your products paid for. That's what our goal is, to help you get your stuff paid for, so that you don't have to have this big outlay. And certainly that's better to have longevity pay you than to you pay in. And it's better to do that than to suffer needlessly. And thank you all.
Fascinating, Brian. Your final thoughts, sir.
All right. First, I like to thank all the negative Chucks and negative Nancys. And the reason is, without you, we cannot grow, right? We can't learn fast enough to stay away from you. So my blessings to all to all of you. Thank you. Thank you for being you, really. That said, I do provide spiritual consultation. I am half in here physically and half in the astral. I know what goes on. If you want to learn to navigate realms far better, to where you understand you're grounded here, but you know you're being influenced by the unseen, the unknown, I'm a wealth of knowledge. I've also fixed myself with chronic migraines, bipolar, ADHD, depression, erectile dysfunction. If you need knowledge, I have that too. So we're here to assist. Use the tools that we are willing to give. You pick, right? We all got great cookie jars. You just take what you want, and then you make whatever cookie yours. That's it.
All right. Thank you. Fascinating, Brian. We appreciate you more than we could ever tell. I want to tell you how fascinating Brian and I got together. He called me about something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was about the W4 group or something like that. And we were doing the lessons on the W4, and he called me, and I talked to him for like 45 minutes, and I said, man, I'm getting ready to start a show on Hamilton Radio. And I said, you're fascinating. I said, you need to be on my show every week as my co-host. And he says, well, I'm not so sure about that, but here he is, folks. He's been with us almost every episode. So I'm very grateful and appreciative to Fascinating Brian. But guys, okay, there's so much going on. We can't keep up with it. Okay. By the time I go to bed tonight, there's going to be the Trump team has done 10 things that hasn't even been reported yet. Okay. As far as the Gaza Strip, I had somebody send me a thing about if they wanted to do some deconstruction over there or rebuilding or anything. I have a friend that has a demolition company who has done government work before. I want to tell you about a lot of stuff that you read on Telegram. A lot of it has been diluted and a lot of it's already happened. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if what's going on in the Gaza Strip has already been rectified. Okay, Trump has got so much going on so fast, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely phenomenal, the resources that he is putting towards fixing our realm.
Yeah.
And no, that's why I call it realm, because it's not round. Okay.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I don't care whether you do or not. I don't care. I have my own opinions. You are welcome to your opinion, and we're not going to argue about it, because as far as I'm concerned, we're both right. Okay. We're not here. We're here to get along. What I tell everybody at the end of every show is one of my favorite songs is the Beatles, All You Need Is Love. All you need is love. All you need is love. It really is. If you have love in your heart for your fellow man, for your animals, for your neighbor, if you have love and you present that love in a frequency and a vibration, you can change mountains. Don't forget the magic numbers 520-7418 and the magic word Shlama. Okay? And I'm not talking dark magic. I'm not talking black magic. I'm talking positive energy magic. There is magic on this planet, and you can share in it. You can create. You can manifest. 520-7418 Shlama. Okay? And as soon as I can get into a recording studio, I'm going to record my 520 song, and then it will be the original official theme song for this program. So, Doc G, you're probably going to end up being somewhere in the middle. Okay.
Fine with me.
I have a suggestion, Chance.
What's that?
When you record that song, do it in 432 hertz instead of 4.
That's what I was going to say. Good.
Oh, I will. You don't have to worry about that. I got that covered.
Frequency. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My dream is to have a 9-foot grand piano, brand new one of those Spiro R ones from Steinway, tuned to 432 hertz.
It can happen. It's probably going to happen. So, all right, guys, listen, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Doc G. Thank you, Doc Weedman. Thank you, Fascinating Brian. Thank you for our audience for being here tonight. We love you all. God bless you all, and I will see you next week right here.
May the good Lord take a liking to you.
Absolutely.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.